Hey guys, today's video is all about how to save money. I've been very fortunate over the years to have known these personal finance lessons from the time that I was a teenager all the way up until being an adult. And I can tell you that saving money, even for someone who knows how to do it, is not an easy task. Everywhere you turn and everywhere you look, you've got companies that are competing, not just competing, but spending trillions of dollars a year, to try and get you to part with the money that you have. I've been a personal finance and business teacher for years, and it's my goal to share this information with you 100% free so that you can become financially independent and enjoy more of the money that's yours. Hit that subscribe button to continue learning how to manage your personal finances and become financially independent. So let's learn how to save some money. So like I said, businesses obviously think that your money is worth going after because they spend a lot of theirs in order to obtain it. Even if you know how to save money, that's not enough. Knowing how to do it is not going to get the money that you've already spent back or put more money into your account. Knowing how to do something and then actually doing it are two completely different things. So I'm going to share with you a really big secret as to how people are able to save money, pay off their loans, and then have money. Are you ready? Because this is just going to blow your mind. It's so simple that when you hear it, you're going to feel ridiculous for not taking it seriously. Never spend more money than you have. Now, I know that doesn't sound difficult or complicated, but believe me, it is a lot easier said than done. As someone who knows all about money, whose career is based around teaching people about money, there are times when I find it difficult to not spend more money than I've got. If you're younger and you're watching this, a teenager or a young adult, recognize this as an opportunity to stop blowing your money and stop wasting it on things that 2 years from now are not going to matter, 2 days from now are not going to matter. I can't tell you what I blew my money on as a teenager because I don't know. It was that unimportant. I bought so much junk and I ate out so many times with my friends and it just didn't make sense looking back on it, the amount of money that I spent as a teenager. I had jobs, of course. I worked so many jobs as a teenager. I started working when I was 15, but that doesn't mean that I was saving my money. That doesn't mean that right off the bat, I realized how important it was, because when you're receiving small paychecks, it doesn't feel like that amount is ever going to add up and be anything. But trust me, it does. And it adds up a whole lot quicker than you'd think. If you're not younger, that's okay. There's still a lot that you can do in order to save your money. So let's recognize that companies are trying actively every single day from the time that you wake up and look at your cell phone to the time you go to bed to get your money. Look at it as a game. You have something that they want and they'll do just about anything to get it, but it's also something that you want to keep and hang on to, and you really need to. So the next time that you go to the store and you're at the checkout counter and there are a million different candy bars and packs of chewing gum to choose from, let it go. Don't get it. The next time you're driving by Starbucks, and I do mean driving by because the second that you turn and get ready to go through that drive-through, your money's already spent. Think about how much time it took you to get the money that you're about to spend on that $7 latte. In many places, $7 is still what you would take home after an hour's work and taxes are deducted for being an employee. Is an hour of your time worth that latte? Would you go into work an extra hour early tomorrow just to have that latte? Would you sacrifice an hour spent with your friends and family to have that latte? Think about the purchases that you're going to make in terms of your time, and they won't seem so valuable. They won't seem so worth it to you. Obviously, cutting back on expenses and things that you don't necessarily have to have, things that aren't needs but that are wants, that's going to save you money. It's something we know, but we need to learn how to do it. And that's what I'm here to help you with. Again, knowing how to do something and then actually being able to do it. We all know a lot of things that are good for us, but that doesn't mean that we actually do them. The next thing that you can do is when you do spend more wisely. I know people that will only buy name brand products when they go to the grocery store. And sometimes they may be cheaper or comparable to the store brand products, but come on. At the end of the day, a salad is a salad, a cookie's a cookie. If you can save $1 every time that you go to buy a pack of Oreos and instead you buy the store brand, and let's say you go to the grocery store 3 times a month, you will have saved $36 by the end of the year just by buying the store brand. That's just an example, but apply it to your actual shopping needs. Everybody buys different things for groceries. I personally spend under $20 a week for groceries. And if you want to learn how to do that, it's very doable. Make sure that you're subscribed because I have a video coming soon on that. So we have to shop smarter and we have to look at the things that we buy in terms of our time instead of our money. Because the reason that we use paper money, or in many instances we use digital currency now, or your money is just a number on a screen when you log into your bank account, the reason that we do that is because our system is set up so that you'll see money as something that is easily parted with. If we were paying in time instead of money, which is really what we're doing, we wouldn't buy so much, we wouldn't spend so much, and we wouldn't buy the things that we buy. There's a movie that I really enjoyed when I was a teenager, and it was called Time, or In Time, and it had Justin Timberlake in it. It's a pretty good movie, nothing amazing, but the concept is really cool because they actually do pay in time. And I want you to start thinking about your purchases in time. Let's say you make $10 an hour, which in many places is more than the minimum wage and in many places is less than the minimum wage. But for this example, let's say you make $10 an hour. We're just going to assume that you don't pay taxes, because if you made $10, you'd actually bring home quite a bit less living here in America after your taxes have been taken out. But we're just, for this example, going to say that you bring home $10 an hour. There's a video game that costs $60 and you decide to buy it. That's 6 hours of your time, not including the time that it took you to drive to work, time that it took you to drive home, and all of the labor and effort that went into your job. So not only is that 6 hours of your time, but it's also a lot of your effort and your energy that you can't get back. You can't spend in other ways. I don't know about you, but things don't look so worth it when I think about it in these terms. Products don't look as appealing to me. If you're someone like me who advertisers just love, you get so many products shoved at you every single day, everywhere you look. On your cell phone, on the television, on applications that you use, and they're so good at targeting you with those ads and showing you products that they know you're gonna want. Because in many instances, these advertisers have it down to a science, and a lot of times they know what we wanna buy before we even know we wanna buy it. You have to realize this, because if you don't, you're going to willingly hand over your hard-earned money to businesses and companies that are just going to keep coming back, and they're just going to keep demanding more. It's like a ransom for a hostage situation. They have whatever it is that they think you want, and they've convinced you that you want it, even though your life is perfectly fine without it. Tech companies do it every single year and entice people to take perfectly good cell phones and either shove them in a drawer somewhere, trade them in, or sell them for a lot less than they paid in order to upgrade to whatever's new. It's ridiculous. I've fallen for it so many times that it's unreal, and I'd say that you have to, simply because companies spend billions and trillions of dollars every single year to try and figure out how to make you part with your money. Now you might be thinking, what chance do I stand against a billion-dollar company when it comes to figuring out ways to sell me on products? Well, right now you have the information necessary to make those decisions. You know that the only way to save money is to never spend more money than you have, and you now know to think of every single purchase that you make in terms of the time, the effort, and the energy that it took in order to get that money. You're not just exchanging a green piece of paper for a product. You're not just exchanging a number on a screen for a product. You're exchanging small portions of your life. Suddenly, it doesn't seem so worth it. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out in any way. Share this with someone you know who might need a little bit of help when it comes to spending. Subscribe if you want to learn how to be financially independent and manage your money in a way that you get to keep more of it. Good luck the next time you go to purchase something. Keep these tips in mind, and I'll see you guys later.